So I'm gonna get started in about 5 seconds. Everybody ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you doing like an intro, or are you just talking go right in it?
I'm gonna do like a brief intro.
I
I'm gonna
forgot.
just ask everybody like to say a couple words, just like who y'all are, like your name, but nothing crazy.
Gotcha.
Oh man,
Can I
can't
change my
introduce
name on this
myself.
thing?
What do you say?
Can I change my name on this thing?
That's your name.
Hey,
That's what you accept.
Hey, Fidel, quick question. Hey, how long you think we're gonna go? My wife is asking.
I was gunning for like an hour. You know.
Okay. No, I got wife, kids. They're just asking. I just need to clarify.
Do you need special provisions? Do you need to come in a little
No,
later?
I
Do
don't
you
need
need to go
special
somewhere else?
provisions.
I mean,
He doesn't
No,
know
I
what
was just
kids
trying
on
to
here.
figure out how long
He
we're
don't
gonna
know
be. As
kids.
simple as that.
Deonte got kids and he made time.
he's not prepared at all. At all.
Okay,
He's
but
not
about an
prepared.
hour.
He said,
Deonte got 2 kids and he made time. So
And
I'm in the garage.
he was ready. He more prepared to me. I had to use the bathroom and everything. This
He got
guy,
2 kids.
2 kids.
He got 2
and a
kids.
wife.
Well, you got 1. What's going on, man?
Not prepared.
Whenever
He's
y'all
life.
ready, I'm ready. Whenever y'all ready, I'm ready.
All right. I'm at. Good job. So yeah, let's get started.
Oh man, I ain't do that.
Welcome to the Fidel Manuel podcast. These are some of my bestest friends, great brothers. Today we're just talking about comic books, Marvel, DC. It's nothing too heavy. We're gonna talk about some upcoming projects coming up on the TV side and the movie side. And I just give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. I am Fidel Manuel, host, and I'll let Deonte go first since he was the most prepared.
I'm Deonte Washington. Just a guest of the show right now, I guess. That's it. That's all.
We all got to work for our positions around here. So yeah, everybody's a guest right now.
Right.
We're gonna go to the second most ready. We got Young Philly down here.
Hey, Young Philly, but Tom Washington, no relation to Deonte, but yeah.
And then we have the least prepared, Javon Torrey. You mind, just saying a brief introduction?
Hey man, he got one whole
as
kid.
a Marvel fan.
Oh, you already know DC going on, bro.
Avid Marvel fan. DC hater. X-Men gang.
That DC be looking good though.
Hey, talk about it, bro.
Speaking of DC, we're gonna start with the latest information that just came out, like literally like last week. Static Shock about to be produced by Michael B. Jordan for DC and Milestone Media, and so I'm kind of actually surprised that they're actually announcing this. One is DC, so I'm like, is it really gonna come out? But it looks like they've been on a roll lately. Who's excited to see Michael B. Jordan produce Static Shock?
As a resident DC fan here, I'm very excited. I've seen a lot of his stuff that he produced, from Fahrenheit 451 to the other movie he had on Netflix with the little boy with powers and everything. Both those things both been really, really good. So I'm really excited about that.
The show you referred to is called Raising Dion.
Yeah, Raising Dion. I couldn't think of the name of that thing. Yeah, but it was really good though.
I love everybody doing their research. I really like the commitment and the hustle. I just want to say thank you.
I'm just ready for Static Shock to get the look that he deserved. You know what I'm saying? My boy been missing since 04, I believe.
I told my wife the other day, I said I think he'd be a good person to play him, even though he already played the voice of Spider-Man in Into the Spider-Verse. What's his name again? Shamir. I think Shamir would be a good actor for that.
He's too
old. Is he a little old? Yeah, he's a little old.
But he's got a little baby face. You shake his face, he's like he's 12.
He's also a flat earther.
But then again, like what age group would you go with?
I mean, he's teenager, so to me,
and he's like 9th grade in TV, like in a cartoon show.
So you going 13, 14?
I think clearly a teenager. I think like Stranger Kids age, kind of like that, or even maybe like a Miles Morales type age, like a little, maybe like a high school solid age. But that guy, I don't know.
Miles Morales, he was a sophomore in college. High school. So
he gotta have dreads too.
15, 16.
He gotta have dreads.
You gotta have dreads. Come on.
Now, are we looking for
16?
Are we looking for more of a adaptation like from the cartoon, or are we open to like a little something different? Maybe like a younger Static Shock, an older Static Shock. You know, are we looking for cartoon?
It really depends on what they want to do with it. If they're trying to build the universe up, I think they should go from, origin and above. But if they're not, I think a good storyline, maybe mid-teens, maybe a high school senior, Static Shock. Like, we already know what's going on. We need a little backstory, maybe like a little, phrase it, and then really go into him and the bad guy.
I'm looking for the cartoon Static Shock.
Hey,
the cartoon Static Shock.
Because guess what? If it's not the cartoon, I might be the one to be like, it's not like it. It's not like the cartoon.
Who is this guy? That's what I'm gonna know. That's what I'm gonna say.
You put the bang babies and all.
I want all that.
What else? I mean, who else you gonna get? Now with Static Shock, can it big picture, can it compete with Miles Morales?
I think so. I think it actually could be. I think it could be bigger.
Late.
Say it again, Vaughn. Say it again. I didn't hear you. Say it again, Vaughn.
I think Static Shock has the potential to be bigger than Miles Morales. Miles Morales, one thing about Miles Morales is he's always kind of in the shadow of Spider-Man. Yes, he's his own character, but he's always in the shadow of Spider-Man. Whereas Static Shock, he is his own character. He is
day one. He had no help.
He had no help. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he's literally, he's an ordinary guy. Like when you look at Miles Morales is he's smart. He goes to super high school. Like I would say a genius, but he's a very intelligent guy. Whereas Virgil is just an ordinary kid. Virgil is us. Or Virgil is the kid you seen at school who happen to get powers and want to do the right thing. So I think that appeal is more appealing to he's an everyday kid. To me, Virgil is the everyday kid.
And Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, who has a movie coming up based off, he literally just had one of the biggest movies ever. To me, my favorite Spider-Man movie. He's not like a, on the ground, street level character.
I'm saying that's true, but he's always gonna be behind Tom Holland. Whoever, so you get somebody to. I mean, especially if we're talking about in the movie framework of it. It's gonna be Tom Holland, and it's gonna be whoever plays Miles Morales. It's not gonna be Miles Morales is in the front run. Who even knows how long it's gonna take for Miles Morales to get his own solo movie? So we're talking about right now, like.
To me,
did he have his own solo movie?
That's what I'm just saying. Like he had the biggest. It was all about Miles. Yes, you had original Peter throwing assists, and you had some other Spider-Man throwing some assists, but Miles Morales was the focus of the whole thing. And then this is also coming from a successful run in the comics. Miles Morales here, he has his own game. He's been teased in the MCU already. I don't know. It seemed like he has the momentum.
I think it's too late for Static Shock. He catch up to Miles Morales after you got that co-sign from Spider-Man.
I think he got potential. I don't see what Devon's saying. I feel as though he has potential to be very, very good. I feel as though if they want to build a franchise around Static Shock, they have the potential to do that if they do it right.
And that's the thing too.
He's different. He's black.
That's the thing too, and it all comes down to the people who's making it. Like I want to believe in Static Shock. I always want to believe in DC. I've also been hurt many times by DC. So if they can give me a good classic movie, or at least just a good movie. They have my money. They have my loyalty forever. But I need them to.
You like Shazam?
I love Shazam. Shazam is one of my favorite movies. Yes, but
Shazam.
Oh, Shazam! It was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just good.
You don't like Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman to me was the best DC movie I've seen ever.
They never meet, like they never go above a 7 to me. It's always 7 or less.
It was about a 7.
Because the last third act of Wonder Woman was just like, I'm over this. I don't care. Now I'm excited.
So you didn't like Under the Red Hood?
Which one?
Under the Red Hood.
That's a DC animated movie. We all know.
Animation, they on a whole other level. They on a whole other level.
Well, we say it's the same movies, but then there are other movies, theatrical movies, are completely the opposite.
They're not the same, okay, Tom? I know they're not the same, okay?
As a different people, same company, okay?
Look, please.
Because
they're not the same.
Because we also have a Aquaman, which was subpar to me. You have a blotched Justice League. You have a blotched Batman vs Superman. I mean,
well, I don't mention none of this stuff. All I mention is Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam. That's all I acknowledge.
That's all you acknowledge.
Speaking, let's just keep it on DC right now. We have the Snyder Cut coming next year, September 5th. Are we excited about? Like, let's put our official stamp on the Snyder Cut. Are we excited for the Snyder Cut?
It better be gold, because that movie was so like lackluster, and to make it worse, it came out right after like you already had 2 Avenger movies, and they did it so perfect, and you come out with this mess, and you already hyped it up for so long, and you gave me that unfinished bull. I'm like, yo, so it better be gold, because everything talking about like it's about to be like it's a whole nother movie. I'm like, all right, it better be like a whole nother movie.
It looked like it. But you know that DC do though.
And the one thing I really like about it is that they are actually like giving it a budget and trying to finish it up. My thing with the Snyder Cut, and I'll say I am excited, and I think maybe it's more optimism than realism, is because like to me the Snyder Cut has the ability to tie up some loose ends, clean some stuff. If you can get like some Flash stuff in there, you tie up some of the stuff that you didn't do good in the other one. I think when you have the Flashpoint movie, Static Shock, New Gods, and all that stuff, it'll kind of fit better inside the system, especially with the Batman coming out, and like a lot of stuff is coming out that is look kind of different.
I didn't even know they had Iris in the dang on Batman versus Justice League movie.
They could have.
But I know Iris is in it.
I saw the trailer. I was like,
I seen the trailer. The trailer was good.
They cut Darkseid.
Darkseid. I'm like, yo, what is this? A whole other movie right here, bro.
They cut all Cyborg stuff.
Yeah.
All the Cyborg stuff they cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Cyborg, bro.
No, they did more dirty. They did that more dirty, man. That whole outfit was trash. Like, they did him so dirty.
Is anybody? I know this is kind of like a thing I didn't plan to talk about, but has anybody been watching like DC shows? Like any DC shows that you got faith like next year? I'm not talking about Flash because I don't have faith. I don't have faith in Flash. I'm talking about like Harley Quinn. Swamp Thing is coming on CW. I don't know if somebody's watching Stargirl.
No. Swamp Thing got canceled the day it came on the DC thing. Then they broke it back for some reason. I'm not sure they're trying to bring it back
for TV.
Yeah, that's the same one from the DCU. Like it's the same. They just putting it over on the CW, but I don't know if anybody watched it or anything.
Nah,
the moment they put it on the DCU, they canceled it. It was like nobody wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I ain't watched the DC show since Flash, and I ain't going back. So nothing they can do.
Harley Quinn is great. I will say, and Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is really good.
I love both those shows. Harley Quinn, to me, hands down, I feel as though she won an Emmy for one of the best new cartoons out there right now.
I agree.
I would stand by that one solely. I've been watching all the DC shows on my CW and everything, but that's because of like being tortured. But other than that, I like Stargirl. Stargirl pretty good.
Did y'all like Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey was better than Suicide Squad. That's how I look at it.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Birds of Prey is on. Birds of Prey is on my watch list. I literally looked at it today. I was like, maybe I should watch it before this. I just haven't got there yet. And you're also, and that's funny because you say that, and I feel like the only person that likes Suicide Squad. So
I like Suicide Squad too. And
I said the Birds of Prey thing better than Suicide Squad because Suicide Squad was at a 1, so Birds of Prey is at a 2 out of 10. So let me know the scale of goodness.
Okay, so you don't think either one of them cool.
Okay.
They both trash.
For me, Birds of Prey, a lot of stuff happened, but it was just like a lot of stuff happened. It was like none of it really connected. None of it was really important. It just like
exactly
what is
like the
the
Batman
story?
vs Superman movie.
Like no character development. These people thrown together for no reason, and like trying to make up these supposed to feel these emotions for these characters. They have no reason why. Like why y'all joining forces? Like why do I even care about these people?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I gotta prepare myself to watch it. Like I know that's gonna happen. I just gotta prepare myself to watch it. But I will say I do have faith in the Superman show. I love me some corny all-star Superman.
Lois and Clark.
I want to watch it. I love that corny Superman. I need them to bring corny Superman back. So I'm excited.
You must love Smallville. You must love Smallville. Dude.
I never sat down and watched Smallville all the way through. To me, it's a lot of filler. I want him to be Superman, and I want him to be him saving people and being a good guy. I don't want to see all the teenage or the fake pseudo stuff. Give me Superman.
You good then? Because my thing is, I feel that they didn't make Lois look a little better. She look as good as she should look. Kind of ugly.
Lois didn't come into Smallville until like season 7 or 8.
That's why I don't watch Smallville. Smallville trash. I don't watch that. I don't care about Superman being a person. I want him to go around, save the day, keep moving.
And I tried to watch it. I tried to watch it, but it take too long to get where I want it to go. Like even the last couple seasons, I'm like, I like it, but it take too long to get there. Teen drama. I don't care.
They're trying to make One Tree Hill out of Superman. I don't care about that. No, get out of here.
Hey, that was an era. That was a good. Hey,
that's the main problem with Superman Returns. They're trying to put human emotions with Superman. Nobody want to see that. Nobody care about that, bro. We want to see him go around.
Returns. I like Superman Returns.
He didn't know he had a child and everything.
The only thing about Superman Returns is not enough action. Like it's just like they take a deep point of view. It's not enough action.
The episode of Murray. You try to figure out who the father was. That's the whole time.
It was a continuation of the past ones. The kid at the end was cool. I like the bullet when he got shot in the bullet. That was lit, right?
That was a great scene. No. That was a good scene. That was a good scene. But to me, Superman, it's hard to make good. It's hard to make good Superman movies, and they like industry-wise.
It's not.
They have said that.
It's not.
Immigrant coming from another country with superpowers, that's super hard to do.
Right, that's Marvel. Period.
I'm just telling you,
Marvel universe.
The industry from the industry standard, they'll tell you Superman. All the Superman movies, none of them get great reviews. None of them.
It's DC. Don't blame
right. That's what I'm saying.
Superman. It's DC. They don't know what to do.
The same writers they got on Supergirl TV show, they should make a Superman movie. They do it right.
Because that's the thing on TV, you have Supergirl done good. Right. You have Flash that had a point, but I'm saying they have all these good indications and good adaptations of Superman. Why is it hard? You've done it before. They
can't make a movie.
Classic Superman movies.
They get mental block when it comes to movies.
I just don't know what storyline they want to go with. Like there's so many different storylines to go with. Like the animation do it right. Every single animation. Only two members I like are the animated ones.
Just give me Lex Luthor running for president. Give me. I mean, that's too easy. I mean, with the election, all that stuff, and then I want to see the immigration point, and it doesn't have to be like a glaring thing, but it should be addressed. Like to me, it's just too easy to make a Superman movie in 2021.
The one thing I like about the Supergirl show is the way they build up the Lena Luthor and Supergirl. I feel they could do the same thing with Superman and Lex Luthor in a movie. Really build them two up as like, all right, we was good friends, and really let them hate each other, like they done in the comic book, and really show the whole development between them two on both sides. Like how Michael B. Jordan did Killmonger inside Black Panther. It's like I want you to make me want to be on the side, you know, and then maybe understand where you're coming from because he made good solid points from the opposite side of Superman. But in the year, you're a good guy now. But what if he wasn't a good guy? What are we gonna do then? You know, everybody worshiping you and everything. He's like this guy. So like, I think it'd be a great movie, but I don't know why they do that.
I think Lex Luthor is in the movie adaptations. I don't know if it's been a long time since we got a great Lex Luthor, and then he's always like just one dimensional. He doesn't really grow. Yeah. It's just like okay, it's room to have a great, real Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor will not be great until Lex Luthor will not be great until he is black.
Say it again, Vaughn. They didn't hear you back in the back.
Lex Luthor will not be great until he was black. Because
say it again.
Lex Luthor will not be great until he is black. Because all the racist are black.
You know who need to play on off American God, Shadow Moon, be a great little super.
What about The Rock?
Not The Rock.
So we're gonna go to one movie that I don't know. I still don't know anything about. Eternals. Eternals come out next year. It's been postponed, but COVID. Are we excited for Eternals, or are we just waiting until it gets here?
I got a question for everybody.
I'm excited to see a Fed Lillian in the movie. That's what I'm excited about.
Who are the Eternals? I need to know who they are.
But to me, the dude from Fayetteville is in it. Paper Boy's in it. That's all I know.
Okay.
Paper Boy.
This is my thing. To me, I'm gonna treat the Eternals the same way I treat like Guardians of the Galaxy, where I didn't know anything about it, but I'm always interested in new characters, and so to me, a lot of it's gonna be dependent on what that first trailer looked like. So, or what those images, start seeing those first images, a lot of it's gonna depend on how I feel about the movie, because like same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. I knew absolutely nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy. But once you start seeing those trailers, you start seeing those images, you're like, okay, this looks like they really took their time. This looks like it's going to be a good movie.
Hey, Eternals, I'll try my best, Deonte. Yeah. Eternals are basically set like way before current time, like ancient time. Like 2,000 years before or whatever, or maybe even further than that. And like, they're like the gods of the world. They connect to a lot of older stuff, like the Egyptians and all that stuff, the Vikings, they really started a lot of stuff. If you remember it's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Collector explained the scene, and he explained, I'm getting really deep and I don't even know what I'm talking about. You see an Eternal, you see one of them, it's like a big robot creature, but they were like way back in the day. So somehow they're going to have like conflict to now, like they might get transformed to here, or you just see how they do back there, like has some ties to here, because they're like live forever. Celestials.
They're Celestials, not Eternals.
Yeah, I got a question.
Sorry.
You say as a whole, you hope it's gonna be like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? But what if it's like Inhumans?
But to me, even with the whole thing with Inhumans, the problem that was with Inhumans is they didn't know where they wanted to go. The problem to me was not Inhumans as a property. The problem with Inhumans was they clearly had a vision at one point in time, and for whatever reason, that vision changed, because you could tell when they started, okay, we're going to do a movie, and then now we're going to do a TV show. Now we're doing a TV show movie. So to me, they didn't know what direction they was going to go. So to me, that's one of the main differences. And
as a Stark supporter, and that's an L that I proudly take all the time, because I was waiting for Inhumans to come out and stuff. I have faith in Inhumans. I think, honestly, it was really in a tough position, because I really think the X-Men side was failing. And I think that looked a little more brighter. But you also had Inhumans, which they were ready to push the button on, but things changed. I think Inhumans was like, if X-Men wasn't going to be, Fox was going to be available, or the X-Men movies didn't fail, I think Inhumans was about to take the place of the mutants. But I think, you had all those changes in the movies failing, Fox about to get bought up and stuff like that. I think they were just like, you know what, we can take the L on Inhumans. If anything, reboot them in a different way. And maybe we're going to get mutants at least in the next 5 years.
It's a really expensive L.
Speaking of X-Men, what do we want to see as the first appearance of mutants or the X-Men? Let's just do a little X-Men talk right now.
Give me the original comic book TV show. Give me that cast.
I think,
and I'll be good. Give me that cast and build off of that.
Original.
Run it for a long time, for a good reason. Give me that original cast and run all stories off of that.
I don't know why they deviate. Like a life or death thing. It doesn't have to be like the world is ending. Give me the solid team that maybe are not cool with the Avengers. They do their own thing, but I want to see the solid team, like the OGs.
Yeah.
Or even just the school itself. Like,
just give me that. Or I want to see Professor X recruiting everybody. Maybe give me a little backstory of him. He already in the wheelchair. Give me a little flashback of him and Magneto or whatever. And he's going to get Magneto. And he's actually recruiting people. And recruiting the first team, the first original team was Cyclops, Jean, Iceman, maybe put Angel in there too. You know, Storm, Beast. You know,
exactly.
maybe cut back a little bit and go from there.
Why did they deviate in
Javon.
the first place?
Money. I mean, I think it was a different place too. I think those movies came out in a different time where you didn't have a lot of examples of good comic book. The first two X-Men were great.
No. My First Class. This first X-Men was great. We're great. You're right.
Yeah, first Class, Logan.
No, not First Class. Not First Class.
I love First Class. To me, First Class
is a bunch of lies.
To me, they should have kept the course with First Class. Like, to me, if they would have just kept going with the First Class thing, I'd have been down.
You know, I would have been cool with that in the next movie if they did that. My thing is, they did a whole First Class thing, was bullshit. So whatever, I got over it. In the very next movie, they get you a whole different people. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, don't consistency at all.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all doing? They want to the past to rewrite all your problems, and you
created more problems. You created more problems. And that was confusing.
So I just had a question. So was your question, are you asking how we want them enter into the MCU, or just what does that first movie look like?
What is the first appearance or first movie? Because I asked this because on one hand, you can go very traditional route, and I was gonna, maybe you can talk about a little bit more. The new iteration of X-Men sound pretty lit to me. So if they take it the new iteration, like they have their own planet, they've been here, and maybe we discover them, or we just have some type of conflict where it's not necessarily the school, but it's more of a utopia type thing, and they're like treated as a different race of people, as a different species or something like that, and it's big conflict.
So like humans versus X-Men?
Kind of.
To me, a perfect iteration of how to bring the X-Men to the MCU would be X-Men Evolution. To me, that solves so many problems. You have you start off with a young cast. You have all the mainstays, and you have them young. So that way you give time for them to evolve, get older. They're also young. So that means they don't have full control of their powers. They're making mistakes. They're doing teenage things. So you still have that teenage angst angle. But then you also have those older characters who you love. You still have those older characters who you love, like, I think Storm was a teacher. You have Wolverine as an older teacher. And then that takes the focus also, because one thing about the X-Men movies, to me, none of those movies are really X-Men movies. All of those movies are Wolverine and the X-Men. All those movies are literally.
And that's its own brand of thing. Like, we learned to love that brand, but it's not really the brand.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not X-Men. So give me a movie where Wolverine could be there, but he's not the focus. He is a teacher. So you see him. He might be doing things, but he is not the focus. The kids are the focus, and you see them grow up. And literally, you can have the first movie be that first season where the bad guy. We know, okay, Magneto's going to be the bad guy. That's fine. Keep it simple. Where Magneto is the bad guy, and he's trying to persuade these kids. He's trying to steal them from Professor. That's the first movie. Keep it simple. And to me, you start them as teams, and then you grow from there.
So look, I'll watch that. Get my money.
Yeah, I watched that too.
I don't think that's bad, and I also think it might be they have Disney Plus. Of course, they're gonna be doing more with streaming and stuff. I'm cool with it. Start off with an X-Men series.
Who Disney what?
Disney Plus.
Disney Live. Disney
Live
Marvel
shit. The premier streaming platform.
He said the premier streaming platform.
The premier streaming platform. They just came out there hit Mulan. Duh.
First of all,
haven't seen that, by the way.
I'm not gonna see it until it's free because I already paid for it already.
Facts.
Okay, but we have The Mandalorian coming up in about 2 weeks. You got WandaVision. You got WandaVision coming up in December. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Is it though?
Yeah, WandaVision's coming out in December. Yes.
They've been launching. I'm saying, like, I feel like the little kid wait for the dad to come home. He never came home. Cause like I've been waiting here for all this Marvel stuff. They've been promising since day one, and we haven't got nothing yet.
I will say this, and we can go into WandaVision. My thing is, I think they didn't really pivot well with the pandemic. Like that, you have Disney Plus, you have this stuff that's really shot and ready to go, but now you're just delaying because Black Widow, like because of money. It seems like y'all just want that money, but you have platforms where you can release stuff. WandaVision, they released a new trailer. They're coming out with promo art. WandaVision is coming out in December. So are we excited for WandaVision?
Yes.
Yeah, if it comes out, yes, I will be excited. If it comes out.
If it comes out.
If it comes out, I will be excited. Yes.
Do we have
I'm
any
not sure at
expectations for
all what it's
WandaVision?
about. I don't, and I'm loving
good.
it. Exactly. I have no idea. I'm happy about it. I want to go in blind, and I hope. I'm not going to say that surprise me, but I'm ready for it.
And my thing with WandaVision is, and just with these Disney Plus Marvel shows, I need them to really impact the MCU. I have faith that they will, but don't give me. I love the Netflix ones, but they also threw them into their own bubble. If you're going to have WandaVision, don't just make them on their own little adventure and doesn't affect anything else. I want to see other characters in there. I want to see real world issues. And I'm not saying the world has to end. I'm saying I want to see stuff that happened in the show affect the movies or be mentioned in the movies. Oh, and then for like the sequels, now they're in a different place that, well, maybe you had to watch the show or get a little more understanding from the show.
Which I think they'll do that. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but they still disappoint me sometimes. That's what I'm saying. WandaVision actually replaced Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was supposed to come out this year first, but they pushed back Falcon and Winter Soldier till next year, and WandaVision's coming out. Are we excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I mean, yeah, as long as not no sidekick adventures show, because it sounds like it's like these two characters gonna do their thing.
It's two sidekicks. What do you mean?
The buddy cop movie,
but that's like
that's what, like I'm cool with that. I thought that's what it is, right?
Okay.
I mean, like you said about WandaVision, I don't want them to just be doing their own thing and come back. It's like they ain't done nothing, and they're not in the Marvel universe. Like they just doing two characters out, just doing a bounty hunting thing. I don't know. Like
it's kind of like it's kind of like Falcon and Ant-Man, where he popped up and did that one thing, and they mentioned it later, but it was like that was just a small little thing. I want to see like some real. You're talking about Captain America's not around like that anymore. You're talking about the passing the baton. We haven't seen y'all in years, so I need some real. Give me the Winter Soldier show, but it needs to be for real.
My thing is, I have low standards. Ready for it? I feel they made a TV show with two of the characters I care less about. So I'm gonna watch it, and my standards for it is really low. So hopefully do well.
Why you hate black people?
Huh?
Loaded question.
Yeah. Why do you hate black people? Let me know. Why do you hate black people?
I've never been a fan of Anthony Mackie.
And Winter Soldier white too, though. Winter Soldier white.
Yeah, he white.
But the folk. Yes, he's white. But we're talking about. Hey, why don't you just stay in your place, sir? All right.
Oh, excuse me. I'm just saying. Hey,
I just need to ask a question.
Sir, what?
He cool, but he cool. I think he cool, but like I'm never like, oh my god, let's watch the movie. Anthony Mackie's in it. Never no way.
It's Falcon. I'm sorry. Falcon hold his own.
Huh? Would you watch a Falcon movie by himself? Solo?
I will.
Yeah, I mean, definitely on who it is.
If you watch an Ant-Man movie, you should watch a Falcon movie.
You're right. You know what? You're right. I don't think I like Ant-Man movies either.
Yeah, I don't either. But I watched that, so why not watch Falcon movie?
This is now we're not. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing it.
No. I said it is. I said I didn't think I would like it, but I did like it.
Okay.
Right. I'm not sure on Ant-Man, which I can't on Ant-Man if you want me to.
I talked to some people the other week, and they act like Ant-Man won't like that.
Like, if you want me to show Ant-Man, I will.
We can have a discussion.
I'm here.
We'll put a pin in it.
I'm Team Ant-Man.
Nah, ain't no pins.
I got your back. I'm Team Ant-Man.
Ant-Man is lit, Javon.
It is.
That's not the conversation. That's not the conversation we had.
What was the conversation?
The question was not about is Ant-Man good or bad. The question was, in the retrospect of all the MCU movies, Ant-Man is a blimp on the screen compared to all the other movies. When people think about
No.
He got 3 movies?
No.
He got
Have
2
you seen the
movies.
first? Have you seen the first
Ant-Man
Captain America? That was trash.
And that's what I told him. I'm like, Look at two
Captain
Thor
America is a
movies
bigger
are
character than
subpar. One is super
trash.
trash. Like, it's better than the first Captain America. We all know that.
Yes.
Even Iron Man 2.
Better than both Thors. Better than both
And with all
Thors.
that said, it still made less money than all those movies.
No, it made more money than Thor.
Okay, that's
both Thor. More money into a trash.
Remember, we checked the numbers, so we can go back and check the numbers again.
It made more money than Thor. And also, think about when they came out too. That's all I'm saying. They came out. He came out. The movie right after Ant-Man was Civil War. I mean, you're not gonna make money.
No.
Ant-Man is lit. That's all I'm saying.
I watched Ant-Man before I watched any of the Thor movies, except for the last Thor movie. That was good. But I like Ant-Man before I watched Captain America, the first movie.
I agree.
Whether you like it or not is not the question. What I'm talking about in the grand scheme of things, Ant-Man is not looked at as big of a property as those other movies.
According to who?
So you think they'll sell Ant-Man before they'll sell Thor or Captain America, basically?
I'll say this. Both Ant-Man movies are better than the last Spider-Man movie.
Fast. Say it again.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
They are neither one of
those. Far From Home is a blip. They introduced the term the blip. It has no stakes. It doesn't have anything. It didn't do anything.
Hot take. Far From Home was boring until the very last scene.
What? That is crazy.
They had good scenes. That's it.
The moment when he out of Spider-Man,
ain't good scenes.
This one the movie got good.
The collective, the whole movie got to be good, sir.
So if they have how many good scenes?
Good scenes.
All the Mysterio illusion scenes were good. The last scene with Mysterio was good.
That shit was crazy.
That's it. Crazy. Mysterio scenes. Let's just say any scene with Mysterio.
But not everybody knows. But not everybody knows he's Spider-Man.
I didn't really care for the whole.
That was a big thing. Everybody knows Spider-Man now.
But that was like a cliffhanger too. We know. Now what?
Now you wait for the movie.
The next movie could come and it could be all tied up. We don't know my thing is, if we don't know who Spider-Man is now, let that be the movie, or at least show that in the movie. That's the thing in between, though. It wasn't part of the movie.
I still like Tom Holland. I still think he's the best Spider-Man. I still think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. I just think the last movie, it was okay until the last thing. Then it got better with the last thing.
The stakes, like, even they try to introduce, like, the way Mysterio was supposed to be part of Stark, that was just thrown in there. Even from the multiverse, I'm like, yay. There's like, oh, well, we were just kidding. That was a joke. Like, all that stuff from even Nick Fury, that whole twist at the end. What does that, like, you're just going to give me stuff in the last 10 minutes? What am I supposed to do with this stuff?
Liking and loving and watching.
You're looking for something to have a bigger picture. Everything don't have to have a bigger picture. Some movies can just be by themselves.
We're talking about Spider-Man.
Have you seen any MCU movies? All they just do is a bigger meaning.
That don't necessarily have bigger pictures.
All MCU have bigger pictures.
The Doctor Strange movie doesn't cut anything.
It introduced the multiverse.
What are you talking about?
It introduced the multiverse.
Wow, you okay?
Magic. We already knew magic exists. Thor is magic. We knew that already. He literally lives on different planets.
No, don't try to finesse that. Thor introduced more of the fantasy, and then they talked about, like, oh, it's the blend, but Doctor Strange literally is the multiverse, magic, all of that. Like,
I like Doctor Strange.
Dark Matter, Dormammu.
Come on, bro.
Dormammu. What? I mean, Spider-Man, the second Spider-Man did what? Like, fake Spider Monkey? Night Monkey, that's what it's called. Night Monkey. These magic glasses that came out of nowhere.
I still like Tom Holland. But the whole I want to be Iron Man to his shoes. I'm not sure what I want to.
It was the whole movie.
That was why.
That's a big conflict he got. Like,
that's a big part of who he is. He's a kid.
They made us an MCU.
His character he's still a kid. And you have this guy who brought you in.
No, he
did. He basically turned you into who he helped you become this hero, and he is dead now. And people are looking at you to be this great guy.
Didn't we do that in the first one?
I heard that great guy. You just want to be a kid.
Didn't we do that in the first one?
I hear that. But that mixed with all the other stuff that was going on with the movie, it wasn't ringing with me.
We did it in the first one. That's what I'm saying. Like everything you're saying, to me, we let did
his internal conflict. His internal conflict mixed with the whole fake Nick Fury, mixed with the whole I want to be a superhero, but I'm really a bad guy. Mysterio, all that bit together, it was not. No, that was not. You do too much.
Man, I like that movie. Maybe I'm too shallow, but I fucked.
When's the last time you watched it?
I thought it was a great movie.
That's why I watched it in the theater when I watched it the first time.
What? When the last time? What?
Because me and Javon was talking about this the other week, and I rewatched it, and I'm like, I don't care if I ever watch this movie again because it has.
I have to rewatch it because I only watched it one time in the theater.
It's not that good.
A theater.
I already watched it a month ago, and I thought it was still great.
I went to the movie.
You keep saying great. Why you thought it great? We're on a lot lately.
We know your taste, Javon. We know your taste sometimes.
That's fine.
Speaking of a show I don't care about, have no expectations,
Flash.
But maybe y'all feel the same. Don't. Hawkeye.
I think that's.
I think I would like a Hawkeye movie.
Javon, you would say that. Everybody say
you can't defend a Winter Soldier and Falcon movie, but then trash a Hawkeye movie.
It's two characters in one character. I can't trash it. I can trash it.
You're talking about the new Captain America.
I trashed both shows initially for the record.
For the record, when we go back through, I trashed them both.
Let you know where he stands.
I trashed both shows.
To me, I give Winter Soldier and Falcon props, and I'm looking forward to just because the characters, it's a new Captain America, and then also Winter Soldier. To me, Winter Soldier is going to be like a continuation of that, to me, one of the best Marvel movies in the MCU. Hawkeye.
He training his daughter, though. He training the next Hawkeye, too. I've seen that.
I barely care about you in the movies. I like you, but...
I already seen Arrow.
Come on.
Now, if Hawkeye was... If they deal with the Yakuza stuff, if they deal, I don't know what was his username, but what was his name was. Yeah, if it was called Ronin, maybe I'd be like, oh yeah. If you're talking about him going dark, killing niggas, I like it. But it's Hawkeye, him training Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
that's Arrow. It's number Arrow, bro. That's
you have failed this city.
Exactly. You shouldn't be here alive. My family is gone. You should be gone too. Like,
okay. All right, sir.
That is one Disney Plus show that you have.
I'm interested in Hawkeye. I like Hawkeye as a character. To me, because he was one of the most grounded characters out of all the characters.
He should have died. He should have died in Ultron.
Grounded? Then he literally went insane and started killing people.
He should have kept Quicksilver.
It's realistic.
Killed Hawkeye.
That's not being grounded. This nigga went crazy.
He's the only. He literally has a stable home, wife, kids. They know it's not a secret.
They should have murdered him and kept Quicksilver.
And I'll say this: I need him.
Yeah, you're right.
I need the stuff to be addressed because the white privilege is not gonna get him past this. He went and killed niggas. He OD'd. I need some justice.
Sorry. Talk about it.
I can't watch a show and just be all happy-go-lucky.
He was killing the Yakuza, though. He was fighting crime.
Okay, yeah. Let's kill everybody. Batman?
Batman did he need to go to jail, too?
Put him on trial. Let's do it. Put him on trial. Lock him up. Lock him up.
If you thought we was going to go through this podcast without some Batman slander, you got me fucked up.
I am leaving.
This need to be a segment. Batman slander the segment. 5 minutes.
I'm out. I'm not here for it. I'm not for Batman slander, all right?
And Batman's not even a list of things, but you know Batman had to get brought up, man.
You know that.
Lock him
up. No Batman slander. No Batman slander tonight.
All superheroes vigilantes?
We're not talking about the vigilantism. We're talking about the level of brutality and against the law, like breaking the law, murder.
A man just go in your house. He breaks into your home. beat you up, question you, and then throw you outside and leave. That's what he does.
You're the problem. You're
the issue.
Come on.
He cannot get any information out of you, and just he be like, you know what? And then he comes back continuously.
Yeah, he don't do nothing to piss and already do to black people.
Because even
then that's bad too. That's not bad too.
Even in the Batman trailer, that came out, he was killing people in the Batman trailer. He doesn't care.
Hey, sometimes people gotta die. We all can be Flash.
If you're gonna kill somebody, kill Joker. Gonna kill somebody. How about
you
that?
Don't kill who you supposed to kill. Joker.
I know you been killing everybody else but Joker. Are you working with him? It's like what's going on?
Secret plot. Hey,
30 years, 50 years later, find out that he's on his payroll. Ridiculous.
Hey, I like corruption. I think that'd be a good story.
Real talk.
And the whole city of Gotham corrupt anyway.
I'm saying real talk. Batman would be if he was a villain, he'd be the best villain out there.
He is a villain. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And I think that's the thing with Batman. Don't try to make him as a superhero, so righteous and justice. If he gonna be bad, make him bad to the bone. But don't sit here trying to make him
too.
Like, oh yeah. No.
He's selfish.
He is very.
Why
selfish.
How he selfish, Deonte? How he selfish?
All he cares about is himself.
You know what Gotham City needs? Just a little money, a little TLC. That's it.
And put Batman on trial.
It's like Jeff Bezos right now. Jeff Bezos could solve homelessness. But if Jeff Bezos decides just go put on a suit and fight crime, we don't need that, Jeff.
And he might
need your money. We need your resources, sir. Help us. Just saying.
Instead of beating up criminals, don't give them a loan.
Exactly.
Spider-Man 3. What do you think Spider-Man 3 gonna be about?
Man, create some jobs.
Okay, let's talk about Spider-Man 3 because I'm more excited than I was before. We had the announcement that Jamie Foxx as Electro is coming back. There are rumors, they're not confirmed or anything like that, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield might have a part to play. Doctor Strange is in it, so it's clearly going to be some multiverse stuff going on.
Yeah.
And to me, the fact that all this is happening, and it seemed like Marvel is really leading the bunch of this, it's like they're working with Sony. I'm kind of more excited. I trust Marvel, so I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too, but I saw the whole Jamie Foxx thing. I was like, good. He can another try doing it. I feel like Jamie Foxx is a good actor, and I feel like he wasn't a problem. I feel like everything else was a problem in that last movie.
Yeah, he a legend.
The writers, everything else was the problem in the movie. He just did his job like he always did. Yeah. He just does his job.
I mean, his acting wasn't
good. Here we go. This Why you hate black people?
He wanted rain. You wanted rain, huh? Like what?
His acting wasn't good in that movie.
He read his lines.
He's an Oscar award-winning actor.
His parts was good to me.
What
I like the Electro parts.
They weren't good.
The writing was bad.
The movie was
I don't know.
The thing that takes a good actor to a great actor is you got to go above just reading lines.
I forgot you are a thespian, right?
I'm just saying that's the difference between just a person who's standard and above is you
maybe he
go
did.
above just
Maybe
reading
he
lines.
did. Maybe it was just that.
He got a script.
And
there's
a lot of great actors who have bad performances.
I think it was a bad movie. I think it was a bad movie because look at Andrew Garfield. To me, big part of it wasn't Andrew Garfield part. It was the studio meddling, a bad script, them trying to do too much. I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't change, but he wasn't horrible to me. It's like getting the script to Thor 2. You do your best.
That was so bad. So bad.
And I don't get what the line is because you got Thor 2, which is like the worst movie of all time. But now we're giving Jamie Foxx flack and we're uplifting the third Spider-Man. When you have like trash, you have real trash movies. We have tons of X-Men movies. We have they're just bad movies, but sometimes it's just a bad writing, bad script. I'm not blaming the people.
They can't hit on one every single time.
Because guess what?
There are a multitude of parts that was in that movie that were not good, that helped it be trash as a total.
What the Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already said that. We're over that. Yeah, we said that.
Saying. But like you just said, you felt like the Andrew Garfield things were good, and I enjoy Andrew Garfield. I enjoy a lot of what he did. But to me, anytime I see Jamie Foxx, it wasn't good. So my thing is, the same way you feel like Andrew Garfield had good scenes, I feel like Jamie Foxx did not have good scenes.
Well, I think.
Go ahead.
No, you can go because I was about to transition to the next one.
No, I was saying I feel as though I don't think it's the writing. Like I said, I've seen Jamie Foxx other movies. Like, we're a good actor. I've seen the first Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. It was good. And it's like, I feel like with everything around, I feel like the same problem they ran into with the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. They tried to do too much. And they did do too much. And then the storyline got a little lost. And like I said, they want you to care about these people, but they don't give no reason to like care about them. They want you to like his best friend being the bad guy, which we already seen coming, same storyline. Then the whole girl being killed, and he like feeling bad. Oh, because I promised her dad I wouldn't tell. Like, no, man, it'd be too much.
I hate feelings.
I'm excited for Spider-Man 3. I hope they're obviously introducing multiverse, so hopefully it's give us something for real multiverse. I'm not saying you gotta have Miles Morales in there, but if you're gonna do multiverse, make it blend good, make it have an impact with something for real. We got Green Lantern. I was kind of late with this announcement. I didn't know it was like an official announcement, but 2 weeks ago they announced like the Green Lantern series is official. That's also in tandem of the movie still getting made, Green Lantern Corps. The big people, no Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan, but Guy Gardner is one of the featured people that's going to be on there. And they say like a lot of surprises and people will show up. HBO Max, yay, nay?
I seen something that they put trying to steal Robert Downey Jr.
What?
No.
Say it again?
I read an article and then they're trying to steal Iron Man from Marvel and make him in the Green Lantern Corps.
Like Iron Man, Green Lantern, or Robert Downey Jr. playing another character?
Robert Downey Jr. playing somebody on the corpse.
I didn't hear that. I wouldn't be against it.
I read it today.
I wouldn't be against it. I mean, I miss RDJ.
He done MCU, so
I miss him. So
yeah. Say he's done with it, and he's supposed to be.
Yeah. He's not doing no more camos, right? He doing any more camos?
Not anything.
He dead. So he now. He dead now.
Yeah.
I think the Green Lantern. It's a TV show, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be a TV show in the movie.
I think it has great potential because to me it does several things. It's different because it gives all the DC shows are all on Earth. They're all Earth-based, TV shows. So you get away from Earth. So you make it more epic.
Yep.
You're dealing with space because basically that's what the Green Lantern are. They're space police. So you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. So now you get to deal with other planets. You get to deal with other beings, other species. So it's more
Green Lanterns,
other Green Lanterns, and so.
Yep.
And I love the brand because like even one thing I always find interesting is the different rings. So if they find a way to, I'm pretty sure it's not a season 1 type thing, but once they bring those other rings into it, the show has so much potential.
Facts. It adds potential to like a real longevity from the fact that Javon said, from the fact of being you can like go to different parts of the universe and meet different Green Lanterns. Like you can do like how they did from the HBO show, what they did with the detective show. Like it could be each season can be a different.
True Detective.
Oh yeah.
It can be different. It can be a different storyline and different Green Lantern detectives. Like I said, they're police. So like I said, each one have their own zone. And then if you want to, the tip of the iceberg is say different, different universes. But you got so many rings. Got the yellow ring, got the red ring, got the black ring, got the white ring. Like that could be a lot of long money if they would do it right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like the True Detective idea. And my thing is with these properties, you have these streaming platforms, you have the stories, you can do stuff like that. I would love a Green Lantern anthology series, or even just change every season. Now we're talking about Guy Gardner. Now we're talking about Hal Jordan. Now we're talking about Sinestro. And yeah, they can show up in each other's shows, but it can be like you don't have
from
to
their
choose
point of view.
one.
Yeah,
exactly. You don't have to put yourself in the box. The world is so big. They do it right. The world is so big. That can be like some really long money. They do it right.
Now, let me say this about Green Lantern. DC's clearly doing Multiverse 2, with Flashpoint and some other things going on. Do we want to see Ryan Reynolds do a cameo or be included?
Who's that?
No.
Deadpool? No,
Deadpool?
Keep Deadpool where he at. He good. He found his calling. Leave him back.
Javon wants to see it.
I'm not gonna. I don't want nobody from the original movie in these movies. I want nobody.
Javon wants to see it. Javon wants to see
it. I don't want none of the actors. I don't want the caterers from the original movie to be involved in it.
Don't call the same people.
Nobody at all involved in the movie at all.
Javon wants to see it.
Please, Javon, you have the floor.
I think it would be an interesting cameo. Not be nobody important. Just have him literally have an off scene where it's him in a whole Green Lantern suit, but he's a janitor and just like a.
It's not Scrubs. What are you talking about? No, he's just making random cameos. Hey,
that's what I'm saying. They was hey, who that guy? Oh, he's a retired Lantern. We don't talk about him, and then you just move on.
So some acknowledgement of the trash, basically.
Exactly. So who that guy? Oh, we don't talk about him. And just keep it moving.
That's not like a Marvel move, but
exactly. I just want to throw that out there just to test the field and see who will bite just the fruit, because no, we don't need that around. That's in the past. Literally, Deadpool himself killed Green Lantern. We already solved the problem. Yeah, so we don't need to bring him back to life.
I know one thing. I feel as though they should start off, if not him being the first season, or they do the whole True Detective style, him be one of the cops, John Stewart. It's 2020. Give me a black Green Lantern. You got so many white Green Lanterns.
And Diggle was a Lantern too.
Who?
Diggle, from Arrow, the black guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a Lantern. So I'm he's better be part of the show. Let him be part of a feature part of the show. Don't play around with us. We already know. You show the scene. Yeah. It works. Just put him in the show.
It really does. Honestly, it really do work. It really do work. The only difference is the name. Everything lines up perfectly for him to be Green Lantern.
This is the last one since we talked about Deadpool. Where do we want to see Deadpool come in? I saw a good rumor that maybe he's about to Ryan Reynolds about to get a big check from Marvel, about to sign one of the biggest deals, more than RDJ. So they really want to keep Deadpool apart. But I also saw him replacing Stan Lee, as in having a cameo in these random movies and probably tying up the multiverse, or just being a through line. I kind of like that idea. I want to see Deadpool. I miss Deadpool.
Yeah.
I know, but to me, that him taking that spot to me is perfect, because that's something Deadpool would do. Literally just a pop-up hey, I'm here, and then you keep moving and then you just pass it by the same way that they had the Stan Lee cameos. So to me, to have him do that, take that role up, to me is a perfect fit.
Yeah. Is that all he's doing? He's getting on the movie, or he's doing pop-ups?
Well, it was just a rumor. I think it was more of an idea. Do you want to see a Deadpool movie?
They're going to make a Deadpool 3.
I don't know where we're going with it.
It's too big.
I don't know where we're going to make a Deadpool. Where we go with it?
The only way I get Deadpool 3 if it's Deadpool kills the Fox universe. That's the only one I want. I don't want anything else. I don't want any Deadpool movie.
I feel that you did good the first time, you did good the second time. I feel that you tested it now with the third time. It might become redundant.
And the second time was a lot on GP, to be honest. We liked it because we respected Deadpool. Sorry,
only saw it once. Only saw it once.
I saw it once, and I should have kept it. I should have kept it at once, because I saw it twice, and I was like,
I only seen once.
I'm just saying the franchise has made money, so they're going to make another movie.
They are.
I know, but like, I feel they're gonna ruin it. I feel the last one gonna be bad.
They're gonna get that check. So
you're right. You get that check.
And to me, I think there's rooms to do stuff, but you just have to do it right. Like, because there's still people who I think who could be more explosive. I like Domino. I thought Domino was a very interesting character. So we can see more of her.
I don't bring nobody from the other movies. I just want Deadpool. I don't want nobody else.
That's his team now.
I want new Deadpool. Not new Deadpool. I only want Deadpool from the other movies. You can't bring baggage. That's baggage.
How is that baggage?
Is Deadpool
from the Fox? That's from the Fox side of things.
Literally, Domino has not been in anything but Deadpool.
That's the point. It's still connected to Fox.
Oh, so then you can't bring Deadpool in. If you got because Domino is Fox. I mean, Deadpool is Fox.
No, to me, I think they should bring Deadpool over. It translates into the multiverse. He gets pulled over. If they get pulled over with them, it has to be like a new iteration that fits the universe. And if it's not, I don't want to see Domino. I don't want to see the other girl. I don't even want to see Colossus. Give me new Colossus. I don't want to see nobody.
And that storyline, but they're talking about it, it's going to be trash.
There's no iteration of Deadpool that fits the MCU.
I think so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you going to be popping up?
To me, if Deadpool, if they focus more on not the ha-ha playing games, we still get that, but he's more of an assassin. He really be fighting. I think, and he does like things. He breaks the fourth wall every now and then. I think that point can fit. That iteration can fit in the MCU to me.
And it not be rated R?
No. We do great things with PG-13.
I'm just saying that was a big
Deadpool got rated R though.
That's a huge part of it.
I can't go there with you guys. I don't need it.
You can't pick and choose. If you want Deadpool, you have to
get rated R.
Deadpool.
We did great with rated PG-13. Why do we need a rated R? Why are we forced with rated R?
Because that's what it is.
You gave us hard R. Continue using the hard R.
You can't move backwards.
That's what we want.
We're not moving backwards. We're staying in our lane. Like, we had a PG-13 one. We had two of them. We don't need to go to rated R. There's no reason.
If you come on a third,
yes. One is rated R and two is rated R. They're both rated R.
That's definitely
I don't care. Man, Marvel gonna do what they want. I don't care. I don't know.
If you come out with a third movie and it's PG-13, I'm boycotting.
I'm not even gonna watch it if it's PG-13.
What if it's like more of a FX series? What if it's an FX series? Like,
but my thing is, you could already tell. But my thing is, I think the MCU is ready for rated R because, like, you think they're gonna have a Blade movie and the Blade movie is gonna be PG-13?
I hope not, because I ain't gonna watch it.
Blade
is gonna be PG-13.
I don't think rated R. I don't think MCU needs a rated R. I think
yes, they do, bro.
I think you have TV, you have FX, you got Hulu. If they do something, it should be on those platforms. But I don't think MCU needs a rated R. To me, it's like you're doing it just because. To me.
So how do you do Blade?
You're right. I think MCU won't go rated R. Some effect of their their main demographic is children, and they want children to come see it. They're not gonna go rated R.
To me, it gotta be a level of Deadpool and not Deadpool, Daredevil.
PG-13.
If Daredevil is the line, to me, Blade has to meet that line of Daredevil. To me, Daredevil was great, and it wasn't like hard M. It was fine.
If you said Daredevil, you're talking about Daredevil, the TV show, right? If Daredevil was in theater, that movie would be rated R.
I don't think so.
It was rated M for sure. If you take the Daredevil movie, TV show, and you turn it into a movie, that movie is rated R.
But they're not gonna have Blade. They're not gonna have Blade in the same universe. They're not gonna be in the same universe as MCU.
Marshall Ali gotta be rated R.
They're not gonna be the same universe, so it's okay.
I'm just saying, I don't think we gotta do it just because. That's my only thing. I feel like it's kind of, to me, being kind of forced if you do it. I think there's a way. There's a lot of horror movies that's PG-13. PG-13 is not what we think it is. I think we can do it.
My thing is, you talking about being forced.
Series.
But to me, you talk about being forced. I think you're forcing. If you're trying to force something to be PG-13, you're forcing something to fit a demographic that it's not necessary for. Every movie is not going to be for everybody, and Marvel has to be okay with that.
They are, because Blade ain't gonna be in the same universe as everything else.
We almost did.
So this is the podcast. Hey, we had good talk. Our next podcast, we'll probably get into Daredevil after I need to do my research. Everybody take care of their households. Do we have any selfless promotion before we leave from anybody? Anything y'all want to plug? How can people find you? How people follow you?
Hey,
I ain't ready.
I got some. I just want.
Go ahead, man.
Before we go, one thing I like to add: I've recently subscribed to Marvel Unlimited.
Okay.
Which I subscribed to Marvel Unlimited, and I'm loving every moment of it.
So you like digital comics now?
I mean, it's the same experience as having a physical comic. The only difference is I now have a bigger selection.
Aren't you happy that I'm teaching you how to read?
The only difference, because my biggest downfall, because I didn't want to watch them on my phone, but I forgot I had a tablet, so I'll been watching it on my tablet, and I was like,
right,
money. I forgot.
So I was like, if you watch it on your tablet, it's literally the same size as.
Who's that tablet laying around? He's an rich old man.
He said,
Flex.
Tablet, I forgot.
Oh my God, that tablet I have so many of my tablet.
It's a tablet.
Richie Rich, get out of here.
I forgot I had it.
I have so many.
How can we follow y'all? Where's y'all handles, social media?
Your boy Dreams_26. And
Deonte?
Yeah, next time we do this. Next time we do this, we need to have some music talk. Talk about music. Some people gotta go right now, but next time we do this, it's gotta be about music.
This will be a regular thing. Yeah.
You can follow my G page at Bam Bam the G.
Yeah. Talk that talk.
You know what I'm saying? Follow me. I'm gonna go on private soon, so get it before. What the hell? I gotta go. It's getting dark in.
Everybody wives are like, hey, what's going on? All right, thanks for y'all. Thanks.
You said an hour, it's been an hour and 5.
All right, Javon, I don't want you to get in trouble. Sorry. Thanks for everybody. This was great. We'll do this again. Thanks for being part of the podcast.
Love you guys.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
See you later.
See you later.